Hello, I'm Dominic Konowski. I'm here with Coach Unger of the West Haven Blue Devils football team. Now, Coach Unger, how long have you been the coach of the West Haven Blue Devils?
So this is my 7th year here. I'm an assistant coach, and I was a head coach for 7 years in Guilford before coming here. And then these guys always talk to me about possibly coaching here. So my 7th year, it's my 4th season as defense coordinator, and I coach our offensive line also.
That's very cool. Now, like you just said, 7th year here in West Haven, did some Guilford coaching beforehand. Now, overall, this team has not played for a while due to the COVID-19 pandemic, so you lost a big part of your team. A lot of new guys coming in, and a lot of guys from JV and freshmen now here on varsity. What's your approach going into this Week 1 game against Harding?
Well, we had to start from a little bit of scratch. I mean, last fall, as we know, we were allowed to do some 7-on-7, but it's not football really unless there's live blocking and tackling. They can call it what they want, but that wasn't football last year. Luckily, we have a couple offensive linemen, Keyshawn Toba and Joe Hawkins, who were starters as sophomores in 2019. Chauncey Evans, who's a big playmaker for us as a safety and a receiver, got a lot of varsity playing time as a sophomore. Tamayo Ferreira had a great sophomore season. I believe he had 5, maybe 6 interceptions. Just big play kind of kid. He's a receiver and a corner safety for us. Dante Salvatore, unfortunately, is dealing with an injury right now, one of our captains. But he's another guy as a sophomore that played some varsity time. But now the rest of the guys are looking at guys that played JV and freshmen. So it's a lot of on the fly, getting guys up to speed, a lot of fundamentals. I mean, it's a fundamental game. It's who can execute what better. And that's been kind of the fun part, because it's coaching 101. You're back to basics. You're coaching stance. You're reviewing so many things, and it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, well, it definitely sounds like a lot of fun. A lot of playmakers on the team from the sounds of it, too. Now, overall, coming into the season, you're under a new quarterback, that being Preston Deno. So with him and the defense you have and then the offense to back him up when he's as the starter, how do you think he's going to adjust after coming up for season as a varsity starter overall?
As a whole group, the team has had just an unbelievable positive attitude. They're working really hard, and that's going to pay off. And Preston's one of our harder working guys in the weight room and in our off-season program, and is with his speed work and everything else. So I think he'll adjust very well. I think he has a lot of great players to help him adjust. One of our senior captains, Amir Nakome, he's a kid who may not have played running back since he was in Pop Warner. He's going to be a great kid out at one of our halfbacks. We have 2 transfer students, one from Hamden, one from Amity, Jeremiah Francis and Devin Robinson, who will help as weapons offensively. Then, just numerous other guys. There's guys that will step up. Offensive line, I think, is a big strength for us. We went to something called the Lineman Challenge this summer, and those guys took 3rd out of a big group of teams. Keyshawn Toba gets a lot of attention because he got the top lineman award at the Lineman Challenge. And, there's a lot of other good guys there too. Offensive line of Aiden Hefner, David Doherty, Joe Hawkins, Justin Mincy, and Keyshawn Toba. And then our tight end, Jermaine Galloway. Those guys are hopefully going to pave the way. And I'm a much better defensive coordinator when we can run the football. So that was one thing we're excited to get back to doing, is running the football well. And Preston really, he runs our offense the way it needs to get run.
Yeah, well, it sure sounds like that. Now, final question, we were just talking about adjustment. Now, in the preseason scrimmage games, West Haven got a very solid win against Bunnell, and then second game against Bridgeport Central was a blowout win for the Blue Devils. So do you feel like the team has adjusted to this new playing format?
Well, we're on our way. We still have a lot to work on. I think like everybody else out there, you're starting from not having played a lot of football. There was a few teams that played independent football last season and got some games in, but I think everyone's in the same basic boat. You're still trying to figure out, the ins and outs of getting back. We're not tested very well yet, so I don't know how well we'll match up. When we get a big test, so Harding will offer us that opportunity. So we're looking forward to testing ourselves and seeing where we are.
And well, good luck this season, folks. This was Coach Unger of the West Haven Blue Devils football team.
Thank you.
Thank you.